Tonight we witnessed more than a retirement announcement. We watched the closing chapter of a football epoch as Sergio Busquets confirmed he will hang up his boots at the end of this Major League Soccer season, bringing an emotional curtain down on a career that has quietly rewritten modern midfield play. It is easy to measure players in goals and trophies, but Busquets belonged to a rarer class, those whose influence is woven into the invisible architecture of the game. He arrived in the first team under Pep Guardiola in 2008 and almost immediately became the metronome around which Barcelona breathed. Where others dazzled with flair, Busquets dictated pause and pace, turned pressure into control, and made positional intelligence look effortless. For 15 years he wore Blaugrana not just as a shirt but as an idea. Captain, custodian and walking lesson in professionalism. When he left Barcelona in 2023, many fans feared the club had lost its compass. When he later resurfaced in Inter Miami alongside Lionel Messi, Jordi Alba and Luis Suarez, it felt less like a transfer and more like a reunion of a once indomitable core. Now, as he announces retirement, the football world must reckon with what his absence means for two very different cultures. Barcelona, which must rebuild identity without its quiet lieutenant, and MLS, which has been gifted a last act from one of Europe's tactical masters. Social media and the club feeds filled quickly with tribute, a short heartfelt message from Barcelona calling him the club of your life and thanking him for everything he gave. But those words only hint at the deeper truth. Busquets' leadership rarely screamed, it guided. His captaincy was not a series of headlines but a physics of the locker room, a leveling force that made fragile egos reliable and young players better. On the pitch, his legacy is tactical and generational. Coaches still study his reading of space, opponents cite his ability to neutralize danger before it appears, and a new wave of midfielders has adopted his principle that genius often hides in restraint. For Inter Miami, his final months are a gift, a chance for fans in North America to witness the end of someone who stood at the heart of Barcelona's golden years. But they are also a reminder that great teams are built on ideas as much as on names. Barcelona's immediate question is practical and existential. Who replaces the stabilizing presence he offered? Who restores the link between defense and offense with the same unshowy mastery? The answer is not a single player, but an institutional task that will require time, identity work, and perhaps humility from the club that once defined modern football. For the broader game, Busquets' retirement is a moment to reassess how we value different types of brilliance. We celebrate goal scorers and attacking virtuosos because their moments sing on highlight reels. But Busquets taught us to listen for subtler music, the rhythm of possession, the humane art of allowing others to shine. His final season playing alongside figures who shared his history, like Messi, turns every match into a small elegy and every pass into a reminder that careers can close with dignity rather than drama. In the coming weeks, tributes will multiply, pundits will debate his place in history, and young midfielders will copy his angles and movements. But the most honest appraisal is simpler. Busquets made teams better in ways that rarely show up on stat sheets. And that is why losing him feels like losing a blueprint. As the MLS season counts down and stadiums fill to witness his last appearances, fans will not only applaud the totals, appearances, trophies, caps, they will stand for the quieter ledger. The calm under pressure, the palm under pressure, the prevented crises, the leadership that steadied a club through storms. When he steps off the field for the final time, the image that will linger is not one of flamboyance but of service, a player who chose precision over pomp and whose legacy will be studied by coaches, treasured by teammates and mourned by rivals. Football will carry on, as it always does, but the game is different for having had Sergio Busquets in it, and tonight many of us feel that difference more keenly than we could have predicted when a quiet 21-year-old first slipped into Guardiola's midfield.